Harold Snipperpot's best disaster ever. Harold is turning 7 years old. He never had a real birthday party. His parents are too grumpy. But this year, he's going to be different. Thanks to a peculiar man named Mr. Ponzio, something incredible is going to happen on Harold's birthday. And it's going to be absolutely extraordinary.
Can I let this go? When? When can I let go? Can you tie a knot in it?
Yeah, that'd probably be better, huh? Just let a little air out.
Okay, that's enough.
Boop, 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 boop.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
How we boing, boing,
So,
boing, boing.
it was 1 week before the disaster, and I was turning 7. Mimi? Mimi? I know. Come here. Come here, little buddy. Here. Just look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. It says, some days feel like complete disasters, and you feel turned upside down, and it seems impossible that anything good could happen. Well, let me tell you the whole story from the beginning. It was 1 week before the disaster, and I was turning 7. More than anything, I, Harold Philip Snipperpot, wanted a real birthday party. And I had never had one because my parents hated parties. His parents hated parties. If you want to know why, it's because they were very grumpy. They never hugged or laughed, and forget about kiss goodnight. They barely even talked. So each year on my birthday, nothing happened. But this year I felt extra sad. So sad that my parents got worried, so worried that they decided to do something about it. We'll call up Mr. Ponzio, my mom said. Everyone in our neighborhood goes to Mr. Ponzio with their problems. That's what his job is, to solve people's problems in very original ways. I don't have any kids to send over, but I've got another idea, Mr. Ponzio explained. Don't worry one bit, Miss Snipperpot. This party will be absolutely extraordinary. But will it make our son happy? Yes, of course it will, he said. Trust me, you will never forget it. So my parents agreed. On the day of the party, our house, see, look, they're getting ready for the party. It says, on the day of the party, our house looked great, all decked out with ribbons and banners and rainbows of balloons. When the doorbell rang, I answered it, and woohoo! We couldn't believe what we saw. There were real animals. Look, there were real animals, a line of them, winding all the way up the street to the front of our door. We were flabbergasted. Flabbergasted? Flabbergasted.
Hey, can you put this all the way up?
It's on there. You just have to pump it slowly. The animals made their way into the house one by one. At first, everything was fine, and my parents almost seemed to be enjoying themselves. But before too long, something changed. Look, there's an elephant going up the stairs and a giraffe.
Hey, we're gonna see his butt.
What are you talking about? You can see there's
Can you tie
a
this?
penguin and a turtle and a monkey.
Can you tie this?
What's
please?
this right here? Is that a
Boop. It's a boop.
is that a sheep?
Here, can you tie this?
You just want
But
the
don't
you just want a
tie-
little one?
Yeah, just don't tie this.
So tie at the very end?
Mhm.
Okay, let's see if I wrap it around my fingers like this. See? I was showing you. Look.
No.
You wrap it around your fingers.
And then you do.
Oh, jeez. So you're helping me tie the balloon? Thank you. So to continue the story, the animals began behaving like animals, large animals. I know now, are born decorators. They immediately moved the furniture around and opened and wrecked every drawer. See this? That ape is knocking the dresser over. Oh no. A polar bear clawed the velvet sofa while a small herd of sheep and pigs gobbled up the stuffing and ate each pillow. Oh, kind of like the brain of your, remember, stuffing? A giraffe reached up and chomped the crystals right off our Art Deco chandelier, a family heirloom. And that was when my father collapsed. Like he passed out. He said, I can't take it anymore. Not the giraffe. Oh no, look at the elephant. We got where's the light? It's on the elephant, huh? Where was Mr. Ponzio? This was a mess. Meanwhile, a medium-sized flock of birds flew into the kitchen and performed a symphony on my mother's china. Oh no. A family of turtles and their reptile friends demolished my father's library and gnawed at an entire shelf of his rare book collection. The turtle ate all of his books and his homework. Oh no. A hippo found her way into the bathroom, ran a bath, and was soaking. All her pond pals followed, overflowing the tub and flooding the floor. My poor mom. She was too afraid to look. Oh, I like what you did there. You figured out how to move it into the other section? He's proud of it.
Did you play reading a good story?
It's a good story, huh?
Oh, I just squished it back.
Frolicking in my mother's closet were a seal, 3 monkeys, an armadillo, and others trying on her tulle skirts and her silk scarves and tearing them to shreds. Look, all the animals are wearing her mom's clothes. Our house was destroyed, ruined, torn upside down. Worse yet, it was buried underneath a carpet of animal poo, every type, which really stank. The party was absolutely extraordinary, all right. Just then, a huge alligator clawed 2 rows of sharp teeth at my parents, who, utterly terrified, jumped into an old steamer trunk. They said, look, we gotta get out of here.
Say, look, there's a big bear.
There's a big bear. There's a big alligator in the room. Mr. Ponzio appeared waving a stick. At the sight of the stick, the elephant panicked and scampered towards the door. I had just enough time to grab its ears, and the rest of the animals followed us. There I was, an elephant, galloping through town while my parents screamed like crazy from inside a steamer trunk. On top of a rhino, what a disaster. But when I looked around, it all suddenly seemed funny. Crowds of people snapped photos in the streets, adding even more commotion and chaos. And I was there at the front of the line when I had the greatest idea. What idea do you think she had, Archie? He said, I, Harold Philip Snipperpot, took charge and led the entire parade toward the fountain, where each animal stopped and took a sip of water, including the rhino. It says, who dropped the steamer trunk, which fell to the ground and finally opened. My parents climbed out, looking very relieved, and in front of everyone, I could hardly believe it. They each gave each other a big kiss.
Yeah, it
says, and then they gave me one too. We're almost done. Seeing those kisses, the chameleons displayed their prettiest colors, which reflected in the water and lit up the entire park. Children from all over the neighborhood ran to see. Some climbed the giraffe's neck, while others sat atop the alligator's back, and others gave the lion a new hairdo. As for me, a brand new hairdo. A brand new hairdo. My name is Archie Johnewing. And then, as far as me, my mom swept me up in the air as I laughed and laughed. Then it says, since that day, my parents and I meow and growl. We whiny and moo, we open our mouths wide and roar with laughter, And if we have something important to say, we snort. How funny, said my mom, that the animals made us feel more human. Mr. Ponzio is our friend now. He fixed a lot of broken stuff in my house, even my electric racetrack. Look, Mr. Ponzio helped fix his electric racetrack. Certainly. So do you see what I'm trying to say about disasters? When disasters strike, unbelievable things really can happen. Look, they are. It says, and if you ask me, goodnight kisses and a great new friends are definitely worth the mess. The end. And I'm gonna drink some water now. Sorry about that. Hey, they're gonna have their own hangout time, okay? They don't want us over. You want to play with them though? Maybe next time. Okay. Yeah.